Okay, we're going to learn a bunch of new tools. Some of them you asked for last week, some of them are going to be used to create the next object that we need to create, and some of them I've just thrown in because I want to throw them in. So, the first one is edge slide and vertex slide. So, get your little cube up, go to edit mode, on edit mode, go to the edge select tool, and then we're going to go down to vertex slide here, or edge slide it should be. And then we're just going to select an edge and then move the little yellow thing, and there you go. You're going to be able to move and annotate the edges around. You can obviously select more than one, and you can play with them, do all sorts of stuff with them. The next one, if you stay on edge slide, just hold your left mouse button and it'll give you another option for vertex slide. Now the vertexes, if you remember, are the little dots that keep the wireframe together. So select one or two of them bad boys, and then there we go, and then we can move that around, change the shape, just do what we want really. There we go. So that's edge and vertex slide. Next is inset face, and what inset face does is essentially build a little frame or a marquee around a face that you've selected. So I'll show you. So we'll go to face select in edit mode, select a face, and then we'll go to inset face, which is there. Alternatively, you could just click I and move it around, and there we go. It's created a little frame around the initial face that was there. So essentially, what you can do with that is it's created 4 new faces for you in the frame that can be selected and extruded and changed the size of, and anything that you can possibly do in Blender, you can now apply to these new faces. That looks like a weird TV or something. Okay, next one. Let's just remove all that so it doesn't get too complicated. Zip, 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 zip. Back to our sort of semi-cube. Next one is the knife cut tool, which I know some of you were asking me about last week. So just go down to here to get the knife cut tool. Essentially, we're going to go to the face select again. Click on a face. Grab the old knife tool or press K. So we can just press K and you get a little knife up, and then just draw your hole that you want to make with the knife. And then at the end of it, join it up, but you're still going to get this little leftover bit here. So just press enter. And then what that's done is it's essentially made your little hole. Now you're going to get a little marquee sort of coming off, and that's just to like reinforce the structure. But if you select the hole that you've cut, it will select like any other face, E for extrude, and there we go. So essentially you can do that to any part of your shape. So we'll just come out of that. Now the next one is back on the knife tool again and hold, and then go down to the next one beneath it, and it's called bisect. Now again, we'll just highlight the whole of the cube. Now this time this is just going to act as a slice going right through your shape, as if you're cutting it with a sword or something. So you just hold on to the left mouse button and slice across, then let go. And then if you can see that it's done a slice all the way around. And then once again, what we can do with that, if we just click off that, we could essentially, if we wanted to, so let's say we wanted to get rid of all of these faces at the top as if it has been cut. Let's just get rid of them. Delete face. Delete faces. Delete faces. There we go. That looks like a box that's been at the top cut off it. Now, if you want to get really smart with it, and I know some of you are asking me about this last week, and I didn't have any answers for you. Now, if we wanted to fill this top in again and make and give it a brand new face, now we know how to do that. So we'll go to select edges, click all the edges here. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. There's three main ways. I'm going to show you the most appropriate way for now. We'll come off that, and then we're going to right click and go to New Face from Edges, and then just crack that, and there we go. Now that would have worked on your wine bottle. I know one of you guys was trying to slice the top of the wine bottle off and then re-add another face so you could extrude again. And we're having a bit of trouble with that. Well, there you go. Now that is solved. So next tool is Bevel, or Control B. So we'll go back onto face, select the face. There is the Bevel tool. We're just going to Control B it. And there we go. And what that, in fact, let's go back to a cube, so you can get the full usage of it. Control B, and there we go. And essentially what that does is it's almost a reverse extrude. So it's pushing the edges down and keeping the tip face above, and then making it, smaller. Looks a bit like a very used pencil, doesn't it? Okay, final one is our Add Duplicate tool. So we're going to select the whole thing, so just hover over it, press L. Let's try that again, press L, there we go. And now we're going to press Shift and D, and then that will add you a duplicate. And you can do that as many times as you want. And we should be able to select all those separately. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. There we go. Okay, that's it for now. Some of these we're going to use in a bit, some of them we're not. I want you to play around with this if you didn't already in the lesson. Take some photos of you using each of the tools. Try and record down what the key shortcuts are and add them to your little progressive diary that you do at the end of each lesson. I'm going to put a cheat sheet of all the shortcuts, and I want you to systematically go through them eventually, and sort of tick them all off and try and use as many as possible, and that will get you even more sort of familiar with Blender. Okay, see you later.